Welcome to December. The Hopeless Fan Podcast is back. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Zach, how was your favorite holiday?
It's not my favorite holiday.
Oh.
Christmas, then Halloween. I guess you put Thanksgiving in there, although 4th of July might be. I don't know. It just depends. Depends on
4th of July is tough.
I like 4th of July.
Oh, I can't stand
I usually go down to Dale Hollow, so
Oh.
that's usually pretty fun. Anyhow, no, it was great. Grandpa's turkey is always fantastic. I feel like anybody who says what? I feel like anybody who
up
says
my grandpa's turkey last night. Yeah,
you say it that way. Put some stank on it. So I feel like anytime somebody says like, I see turkey's so like overrated. Like I don't know. There's like it sounds like you've had somebody making you shitty turkey your whole life.
Exactly. I can't get over eating like on Thanksgiving. You eat dinner at like 2:00.
Yeah,
which is
it's not
just
Thanksgiving
weird.
dinner.
Yeah, it's just weird to me. It's like Thanksgiving lunch. But
right.
We had some good football games for the most part. All I think decided by one possession.
Yeah, Lions game was fun.
Lions game was cool. But yeah, good fantasy week.
Oh yeah.
Just put the fucking shit on Nathan. Josh Jacobs, my king. All right, Nathan is here. He'll fill us in a little bit. Zach, why don't you start with Stan?
So the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer dropped today. It's going to be fantastic. Why don't you try being original? We get it. You don't like things that are massively loved by almost everybody.
Yeah.
So that is going to be very exciting. Scotty would be talking about it if he was here. He will be here later, by the way. He just ran into a little snafu at the gas station. So, yeah, that's my stand.
He got stabbed.
He caught a stabbing.
My stand is loving soccer every 4 years. Because I'm all in. We laughed at Nathan in like September about loving the World Cup, and now I'm just all really patriotic all of a sudden. I'm trying to decipher what rules are like, which rules I understand and which ones I don't, and then trying to explain them to my dad when I'm wrong on rules. It's just hell on earth. Someone explain this to me. So the U.S., Nathan, maybe you can help. The U.S. is now in the round of 16, correct? They play Saturday against Netherlands Saturday morning.
The knockout round, as they would say. Right? That's what it's called? Knockout round? Yeah.
Did you ever fucking interrupt me again? But
it's gonna happen again.
Yeah. There's draws in the knockout round? Because...
No.
It'd go to penalty kicks.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed. But then, like... I don't know. The first tweet I saw was like opening line report for USA Netherlands, and it was like USA plus 300, Netherlands plus 100 draw.
Maybe a draw in regulation.
It can still draw. And then it goes to penalty. So
okay.
The final score would be listed as 0-0.
So your US money line would not cash if they won on penalty kicks.
Correct.
Oh, there's going to be a million new bettors who have no idea of that.
Yeah, they're going to be celebrating if we won on penalty kicks, and then
Yeah.
there's like, why did I lose my bet? Because you're a fucking idiot.
You didn't read the fine print.
You bet soccer, that's why.
You didn't ask ahead of time on a
Right.
podcast no one listens to. So yeah, that's my stand. Loving soccer. The 1-0 win over Iran. Just fucking hold this L, bitch. A lot of pictures of George Bush on the timeline. That was fun. And just
trying to kill my father.
The last 10 minutes, I don't get the. I'm sure I'm not the only 20-something-year-old white guy that finds it idiotic that you don't know when the game's gonna end. You just kind of sit there in anticipation, waiting, because Iran had about 30 shots on goal in the last 10 minutes of that stoppage time. Apparently, 9 minutes for stoppage time is just insane. I didn't know that, but yeah, it felt good. U.S. on top. And all the TikToks that come out of just bald eagles just shooting machine guns.
What
and all
the
that
fuck
shit.
is a kilometer?
Yeah, well, fuck that. It's called soccer, by the way.
Right.
All right. Your bunk.
My bunk is being too available. And this is not relationship wise. Obviously, I'm married, so I'm most unavailable person out there, even before, really, honestly, if we're being honest. I have a conversation. I'm trying to ingratiate myself at the school that I'm at because I want a job there as soon as there's an opening.
Is it Waynesville?
Yeah. So, I at the end of the day, I'll tell. It's like in have you in that episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where he said, "If there's anything I can do, let me know," and then he immediately lets him know. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. He was like, you just said. He was like, yeah, it was an empty gesture.
Yeah.
Like, so I tell him, like, if you guys get into a bind tomorrow morning, give me a shout. And they do. And I'm pissed because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I want to fucking sleep in.
Yeah.
So
To interrupt you real fast, every time you sub at Waynesville, I tell my mom, and she's like, good. He's getting his foot in the door. So sometimes I'll just say you're subbing at Waynesville when you're not.
my
just
whole
so I,
ass
just
is
to,
inside the door.
Just to see if my mom says, good, that's good. He's getting his foot in the door. Shut up. I had a backup stand, by the way. The Hopeless Fan podcast might be going live. After 3.5 years, we're taking our next step.
Wow.
And to fill us in, Nathan, who found us the opportunity, potentially.
Potentially, there's a new local restaurant, Park Bar and Grill, who just opened up in Austin Landing. They're trying to set up a betting scene in there. They're gonna have sports betting in there. They're gonna have a book.
I'm sold.
A lot of TVs, couches, sports memorabilia for sale, like cards and helmets and jerseys. Seems to be a really cool place. And he was talking about wanting to do local outreach and bring in a podcast from their upstairs recording area that they have overlooking the rest of the bar. Seems like a cool deal. However, I do want to add a quick bunk since you're on it, because we were just talking about it.
Oh, brother.
BetMGM and Sporting News have warnings all over their websites for the rest of the World Cup. All moneyline bets in soccer are for regulation only, regardless of the competition.
Read the fine print, folks. Off the top of my head with this live show.
Did they end up getting canceled into what we talked about that 2 weeks ago?
DraftKings never heard anything of it.
Wow.
Good for them. Being assholes. But I already hate this idea. I mean, hate it. But it's what's spinning right now is the Hopeless Fan. What's the restaurant called?
Park Bar and Grill.
The Hopeless Fan live from Park Bar and Grill, January 2nd, Monday Night Football, Bills at Bengals. Because it'll be the day after sports betting's legal there. I hate the idea, but at the same time, if I'm putting on my promoter shades, my Suge Knight shades.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Monday night game.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna record then. Oh yeah, because Thursday would be December, New Year's Eve.
You got it.
Yep.
It wouldn't be New Year's
It's
Eve.
close to it. You know what I mean? It would be before the new year, and ergo, no sports betting.
Ohio State could have been in the Rose Bowl, but it looks like they're not going to go.
Why wouldn't they?
Because Ohio State has requested not to play in the Rose Bowl if they don't make the college football playoff.
Why?
Something about their past performances there. I don't know. Look into it.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I
They
know
always
it
kill
doesn't.
it. They
Don't kill
kill
the
it.
messenger.
They're bored of winning it.
How are you bored? Who's bored of winning the Rose Bowl?
I think.
What do they want to go play the fucking Eat Your Mama's Ass Bowl presented by Dan Portnoy or Dave Portnoy, whatever the fuck? Like, I don't understand.
I play in that bowl every Wednesday night with Nathan's mom. Cassie. What's it say?
What does this say?
Great,
Ohio
great.
State notably did not sell its allotment of tickets to last year's Rose Bowl, so the
They
game's
can't get anyone
organizer
out there.
are concerned. Oh, because, yeah, you got to
They
go
only got
all the way
Nathan out
across
there
the
'cause
goddamn country.
Caitlin's in the band.
She's in the...
Okay, my bunk. I'm buying a car tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah,
You broke down, huh?
that's what I hate about it.
Yeah,
It's
your old lady.
I know. She's a beauty, that number 9. She's been good to me.
Yeah. What are you getting?
I don't fucking know.
You said you're buying a car tomorrow. You don't know what you're getting?
So it's a 2019, what'd I say, Nathan? Ford Fusion.
Ford Fusion. The ones we were looking at.
Yeah. It's a 2019. It only has,
That's right. That's all right.
it only has 16,000 miles.
Ooh, nice.
So it's pretty nice.
What's the trim?
What? I don't fucking know. Fuck that.
Oh,
It's
boy.
got 4 wheels, dude. Make of that what you need.
Okay.
What's trim again?
Trim is like, is it an SE? Is it an SEL? Is it a
God.
titanium?
Fucking no.
It's just about if it has like leather seats.
It's an
and...
SE.
Okay.
Zach, go to buy it.
That's the worst one.
Okay.
That's why it's so cheap.
not
You don't
that
need.
cheap.
Yeah, well, you don't. All right.
I don't even fucking know what it means, so
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
What
Yeah, you'll
I
be
do-
able to connect Bluetooth and the car will go.
Yeah, I'll be able to connect Bluetooth. That's what I'm known for. Technology.
You'll be able to figure it out.
What I do hate is that the gear shift is a little knob.
Oh, you have the little knobby.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I
So you going straight from driving like a red-blooded,
Careful.
big dick American male
yeah
with your stick shift.
yeah
All arguably the gayest way to drive if you think about it. You're basically jerking a dick off the whole time. And now you're going from that to not even just like a gear shift,
a knob. There is no difference between this knob to shift gears
it actually moans when you turn it. It goes ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the straightest fucking car out there. It says,
"Grab me."
But yeah, like so at like 8 o'clock last night, it was on Car Gurus where I found it, and I sent like the email to the side like I'm interested, and it was obviously after they had closed.
Right.
So then they start hitting me up.
You woke up to 8,000 phone calls. Please come buy this car.
I didn't put my number.
Oh, okay.
It was just my email, but I did wake up to 2 emails, and they were all like, "Heard you were interested." Then I get a personalized video, which they make such a big deal out of. All they do is go film it on their phone and be like, "Hey, Shelby, this car is an absolute gem." As soon as he said that, I was like, I don't fucking want it. I want him to say that this car is a piece of... Why are you buying this?
Yes.
That's when I'll buy it.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah. It's like, are you sure? Like, there's different colored doors.
I'll give you this better car for free. You want this one?
No. I put on my hipster glasses. I hate doing what other people like. And... Now, you
just like playing hard to get.
Exactly. I love the chase.
Yeah. You love being chased.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'd love them to be like, I'm selling this car tomorrow if you're not in. Then I'd go buy it.
Oh, yeah.
If they...
You'll be goddamned if anybody stops you from getting this. Like, somebody else gets the car.
Yeah, that's when I'll fire. But when they're like, this is a gem, come anytime. I'm like, you're too available.
Yeah.
It's like, that car is a Waynesville sub. You're bunk, Zach.
I already did mine. Being too nice. You want to go to stand or start and sit 'em?
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
Can I hit my sit 'em first?
Why not?
It's blowing ninth chances. Kanye in the news
Damn
again.
Well, to be fair, my stardom was Hitler, which
Oh,
doesn't
God.
look great on paper.
No, it doesn't, unless you're Nathan.
Didn't take long.
So yeah, he is just like, I don't understand what's going on here. At first, I thought it was like, is he just trying to get attention for something? And then all of his sponsorships and deals left, and he's still doing it. And now that he seems like he's lost everything, and he owes like $200K a month in child support that just came out. And then now he goes on Alex Jones of all places in a straight up like. Whatever, dude, looks like a fucking sex slave mask. I don't know what the fuck he's wearing.
Like,
his face is completely covered by a latex mask.
He's in a huge jacket and a latex mask is covering his entire face.
Or like Green Man, those bodysuits, but it's black instead of green, right? I don't know if it's like leather or latex, but anyhow, yeah. So and then he's talking about how he sees like there's good things about Hitler and stuff, and I'm just like, what the fuck
Always
are you
tough to come back
doing?
from.
Yeah.
Been there. But I did see next to him in the interview is a Yoo-Hoo chocolate milk.
Oh, okay.
So it says Yoo-Hoo catching the biggest stray in all of history, being associated with Kanye West, talking gleefully about Hitler. It's not the first time someone's came out and talked great about Hitler. Marge Schott, Reds owner in the 80s and 90s, had her desk full of Nazi memorabilia. Said Hitler did some good things.
Wow.
Cleaned up the highways. That's about
the Autobahn. Really good public education.
Maybe Kanye is just following orders
as well. Yeah, maybe.
Where do we go from here?
Do you want me to do my stardom?
Sure. Yeah, get us off this.
My stardoms are standoffs.
Well, my sit-up's Casey Anthony. So.
Or you could say my stardom is the final nail in a former Steeler coffin. I think Antonio Brown got. It was said that a warrant was out for his arrest today, and then a few hours ago it said that he is currently holed up in his home. And
yeah, that was like a half hour ago.
It was when I sent it like a half hour ago. It said the tweet was from 2 hours ago, so that was 2.5 hours based off. Hang on, let me add that together. Yeah. So. In any case, developing story, but
and
it does not look
good throughout the
right.
next month as we recap it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's always great when criminals get their due, especially if they're former Steelers.
It is a shame too, because when he was with Pittsburgh, I literally thought like he could be the best receiver of all time. He was that freaking good.
He was insane.
He was special.
He was special.
My Sidham's Casey Anthony.
You saw that video for she was at the concert? Is that the way you're talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to fucking say.
Okay. I'm excited.
So she's seen at a concert, like, but the person said she saw her like a couple months ago.
Oh.
In the TikTok, which was like, why are you waiting so long to share that?
Yeah.
But then also there's a Peacock documentary series coming out about her, and I will watch it so fast. Do you remember that trial?
Yeah.
We were in probably
back when Court TV was
my
a
mom
thing.
still watches Court TV for that Pike County killing.
Oh yeah. That was back when our DeWine was the attorney general.
It's so funny because like every year I'll get a Facebook memory of me in like 2010 being like, "This is not justice for Kaylee." I'm just like, shut the fuck up, 14-year-old Shelby. Like you don't know shit. All right, best and worst, week 12. Either of you two bet?
My emotional hedges.
Zach, talk about your emotional hedges because you had a fucking week.
Yeah, man. Dayton went 0 for 4 in the Bahamas in the battle for Atlantis. Made some money on those games, and then just kept like double, triple, quadrupling down on Michigan as they like before the game. I had them plus 7.5. Then Ohio State went and scored their first touchdown. I took their money line. Then when they took the lead later on, I took minus 5.5. And then after right before Stroud, when they were driving and Stroud before he threw that interception as they were in the red zone or close to it, I had taken Michigan minus 8.5 as well. So just poured it on, really got it. And then Sunday capped it off with I just bet the Bengals. That wasn't so much an emotional hedge as it was shut up and listen, okay? So that wasn't so much an emotional hedge as it was just like Shelby was like getting pissy because I didn't bet last week. The reason why I was like not betting the weekend before. So and you always hate it when I would bet the Bengals spread because you're like, oh, they're gonna lose now, right? So I was like, okay, I'll just take one bet and it's gonna be the Bengals spread. And I was like, I'm not gonna bet, but I will jinx your team.
Only purpose of the bet was
just to make you mad, because I remember I said
Titans and Boardwalk.
Right, because I was gonna take a picture of the board the next morning and send it, but I forgot to do it. So,
okay, best and worst. My worst, Chargers minus 3. That just sucked, just because it had a pulse of either covering or at least pushing until the offense came back out for 2, and then at that point you're dead. Kind of the same, not as much, but kind of the same with Baltimore if you had minus 4, like Nathan did in Boardwalk. And then my best was everything else. Didn't lose another bet. 6-0 on teasers, including 2 sweethearts, and had the Browns plus 3.5, which was a miracle beat. So yeah, it was like the best betting weekend. And I woke up at 12:53 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Scotty woke me up and said the game started in 7 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So my whole...
That is unlike you. You're off your mojo.
Oh yeah, I was high.
But you still hit like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so that's just like proves
Maybe.
It's like, well, I shouldn't put in those 5 bets Sunday morning.
Right.
So, yeah, that happened.
And now we have Scotty is with us, and he's going to give us his best and worst from the weekend, and then we will dive into Boardwalk. Scotty, best and worst.
I'm gonna give props to Shelby for my best here.
There he is. Give me that goddamn phone.
I literally just...
Sorry, go ahead.
My best. This is actually not my number one best, because my number one best was an insane hit. But my best easiest was the spreads of the 2 primetime games. It was the Eagles spread against the Packers to just win, and then the Steelers against the Colts spread, who also just won outright. So. Props to Shelby for giving me that. He said he could not lose as he walked out my door.
Sharp.
No problem.
And then
the only thing that sucks is that we could have just parlayed the 2 spreads.
Yeah. Would have been sweaty with the Eagles, but yeah.
Dims de bricks.
My best bet is $5. A $5 bet won me $170 on the first touchdown scorer being Gainwell.
Kenneth
Gainwell, because I texted him the night before, and he said I was scoring first.
He said, how did you get my fucking number? Who are you? Why are you in my house?
Hey, quit threatening my kids, dude.
All right. What was your worst?
My worst bet... I didn't have a worst bet. Shelby, do you remember what my bets were? Fuck.
I kind of think, like, if you had to pick a worst bet, I think you had a pretty good day, but I think it would probably be...
I broke about even before that fucking $5.
I think probably your worst bet, just not because it was a bad bet, it was just a bad beat, was live Cardinals money line.
Right. Yikes.
Brutal.
Yeah.
That game sucked.
Let's see. Oh, I had on Thanksgiving I had Josh Allen to throw over 287.5 yards and have 3 passing touchdowns. Both lost. And then let's see the other one. I'll give you that Cardinals money line, that was bad. I'll give you one more bad one, and then
weren't you like one touchdown away from a parlay on Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving? No, I actually hit a touchdown parlay.
Oh, okay.
5 to 147, but I was Dalvin Cook. There's another one. My bigger bet was Barkley and Cook. Barkley hit, and then Cook got like to the 1 yard line for no gain, and then they like passed it to Hawkinson, who I was playing in fantasy. So it was all great.
It's always something.
All right, we want to get into Boardwalk, where Scotty, good for him joining us because he is the new leader.
Ugh,
Oh, I'm leading now?
week.
You have a half-game lead over me,
I had a horrible week, dude.
and a 2.5-game lead over Zack, and a 15-game lead on Nathan.
Jesus, Nathan. No way. Is that actual?
Yeah, you went 12-2 over the last week. You were 6-1. I was 5-2, and it bumped you up half-game lead.
Please give me the crossfires.
We do not have the crossfire standing. I didn't tell Nathan to prepare it. I told you this, Scotty, and it's funny when Scotty it's picking on you somewhat. It's when things are going good, you want to up the stakes.
Oh yeah.
When I said that, because during last week he was like, Spartan Studs, our fantasy league, like we should just keep increasing the buy-in. And it's like make it really exclusive. And I was like, is there any reason like you want to do it now when you're number 1 in the league?
Well, Shelby, I think Shelby's gonna win the league, honestly. But
This year?
This year, yeah. If it's players,
It's my year.
is it?
I think so.
You have 2 really good quarterbacks, but
I hope so.
I'm worried about everyone.
My
else.
running backs are good too.
I did a study on Zach's team.
Shut up, Alexa.
Oh well, the other thing I was gonna say is that when Scotty did really well in Boardwalk last week, or 2 weeks ago, and then last week he was like, we should have like a trophy for it, whoever wins.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
That sounds like something you'd say.
Zach, in your 7 wins, your quarterbacks combined for 73.32 points a game.
Average.
Yeah, combined for it.
In my wins.
In your 7 wins. In your 5 losses, they combined for 51 points.
That's still not terrible, but yeah, it's definitely.
It's
I'm definitely a
quarterback
product.
driven.
Yeah, but that's our league, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
No,
it's a
for
2
sure.
QB league, and the bonuses lend themselves to.
Sure.
I think quarterbacks are most likely to hit those
sure.
bonuses.
Sure.
So, at least one of them. I mean, quarterbacks throw over 250, probably
Zach,
more than receivers get more than
I'll
100
tell you how
yards.
bored I was Wednesday.
That's the thing. That's the one
the study
thing.
I did.
Oh wow.
That's the one thing though, Zach, is like, yeah, it's a 2 QB league, but you're relying on 2 players instead of your whole team.
Well,
as a
now
cohesion.
not so much. Because I have Kenneth Walker and Mixon when he wants to have a day. I also picked up that Tampa running back who's doing really well.
Rashad White.
Yeah. So I think
He's available.
I'm definitely
in most leagues.
Yeah.
Well, he had a really good. When I had to start him the other week, he did pretty well.
You want Pacheco? Give me Josh Allen.
So
No more trades.
Yeah, no more trades. Buddy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll just drop. I'll just drop really quick.
Okay.
You drop.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk to you about that later. About
Yeah, I
how
used
you
to do
can
that with
suck
Drew-
my fucking cock.
I used to do that with Drew Brees all the time in high school. I'd drop him at like 3 in the morning, pick him up real quick, just for the rush.
It's like you could. If you had done that now, Mags would probably have him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you do that now, is that they like go to waivers. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
exactly. I can't
please.
do that now.
You
Yeah.
would be able to undo
Well,
it.
no,
though.
you could
just
do
put
it-
him
yeah,
back
you
on your
could
team
do it
because you're the
like-
commissioner.
Well, right, but you could do it on a Wednesday or Thursday. And
Yeah.
waivers are already up for this week.
Right.
You could do it
Yeah.
on. I could do it right now
Right.
with
No, you
Patrick
couldn't.
Mahomes.
Do it.
Do it.
All right.
No, don't. It's going to take too long.
Do it.
Oh,
Zach's
no.
worried about editing. I'm not gonna do it.
No, I'm not worried about editing. I want to get done.
I
before the game
literally
starts.
just pulled up Yahoo.
7:20. We
just in
got
case.
an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, keep Yahoo up because I might drop someone.
All right. What's our first game, Shelby?
Oh, you're on my notifications, you pussy.
Our first game.
Oh, who picked up Stafford? No one, right?
He's
sorry,
done
go
for the
on.
year.
Yeah.
All right. First game. It's a Zack versus Scotty battle.
Love
Last year it got heated at Zach's house between Scotty and Zack. That was the Ravens
Oh, yeah.
running the ball to get 100 yards game.
Oh yeah.
That was just a shitty game in general, but the Ravens
Yeah,
won.
that was a terrible game.
But right now, we're back in Baltimore. We got Denver getting 8.5. Total's only 39.5. Let's start with Nathan. Hottest on the board.
Nathan, tell me what not to
We
bet.
have Baltimore here, second-ranked running.
Yeah, I don't have a pick in this game, so I'm just cross-firing whatever, Nathan.
Denver, 19th ranked run D.
Get to the pick!
It's Baltimore. Denver's dead.
Laying the lumber.
This is Denver's dead. Their heart's gone. Their heart's not
Remember,
anymore,
Scotty,
as
Nathan
would
can't hear you.
say. So I think they get killed by a much better team here.
Okay. Zach?
I like going back to the well, even though it's pretty low. It
Oh,
makes me
shit.
like
You have the same as me?
Denver team total under 14.5.
Yeah. Same here.
Consensus. That offense, it makes no sense. It should be so. I mean,
It has to be
So
coaching.
many
It's
people-
not, it can't
yeah.
be Russ.
Yeah.
It really can't be.
yeah, Russ. There's no way
yeah.
Russ is that bad.
I really refuse to believe he is that fucking
isn't.
bad year over year.
No, there's
like,
just no way. I mean, he's not.
Any football guy worth
I think
his
he's
salt
more of a
knows
system player than anyone thought, but he's not like, I mean, a 9-time Pro Bowler doesn't just like suck all of a sudden.
It's just Scotty. I cannot even imagine
it's the
going through what
altitude?
you're doing this
It's
season.
not. It's not fun.
And if Russell Wilson was just a normal fucking person, it wouldn't be as bad. But since he's so cringy, it makes it worse. Oh, I just went to Pro Football Reference because I wanted to see I remember him tearing it up at the end of last year. Mm-hmm. Once he got completely healed from his injury. But
Yeah, he did.
his nicknames, Mr. Unlimited, we know about. Dangerous, we know about. The Asterisk
Why is he called that?
and Robot Russell. Those are his 4 given nicknames on Pro Football Reference.
Why is he
Great.
called the asterisk?
I have no idea, but
We don't need. I haven't heard it, so it doesn't exist. It's not well known.
in his last
Trust
7,
me, I would have. I
Does
would
he
have
have
been
it
bullied.
trademarked?
in his
on
last
Twitter
7
for it
games last year, he
right
threw
now.
17 touchdowns and 3 picks.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's
All year last year, he threw like 25 touchdowns and 5 picks or 6 picks.
How many
6
games
picks.
did he miss?
He missed 3. And then he came back from the injury and he was dog shit
Yeah.
for 2. And that was like the
Yeah.
time frame when it was like 3 to 5 weeks, and after that 5-week window, he was good again.
Yeah.
All right, Denver team total for us. I actually do kind of like Baltimore just because their spread.
8.5's too much.
I know, but just because they just blew another lead. They just blew another lead, and now their defense is going to be like super like we cannot. They get a
Right.
lead, their defense is going to be like fuck this, we cannot give this
Right.
up again. But I'll take the team total. Scotty.
Yeah, I'm kind of, as a fan, I'm kind of happy Nathan took the Ravens because now I know the Broncos actually have a chance to keep it close.
Crossfire him, do it.
It's so
No.
funny that Nathan can't hear you.
Nope. This is my compared to Nathaniel Hackett, Vic Fangio is Vince Lombardi pick of the week. I'm gonna take what's the Ravens team total?
23.5.
Oh my god, that's going so fucking under. The Broncos have only allowed one team
Yeah.
to hit 23 all year.
That's a good bet too. Just take the under.
But it was
All
Carolina.
year.
It was Sam Darnold.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't even Carolina.
They just
it was
scored
the Raiders.
23. They just
They
scored.
scored. Oh yeah, 23 and a half. But 23 and a half.
Oh, okay.
Is the line.
Gotcha.
And so in the last 2 games, they've given up 22 points and 23 points, but in regulation only 16 to the Raiders. So yeah, give me that Ravens team total under all fucking day.
Not a bad pick.
Okay. Ravens offense has struggled, so just when do you think there's a time in the season, Scotty, where the Broncos defense is like, we're done trying as hard as we
Not
fucking
with ever on the staff. No, I mean he has to vie for a fucking head coaching job.
right. But I know he's gonna still grind. But like, when does when does the
players.
defense be like,
Yeah.
we're not getting support from the
Why,
offense?
yeah,
I mean,
and
fuck
why are
this.
we risking injury?
Well,
out here
I think
busting our
because of
asses?
all the controversy this week. I mean, another week of a meltdown is just not. I think the Broncos actually keep it close. I actually kind of like plus 8.5.
Take
in
it
this
then, Crossfire
situation.
Nathan.
I'm not. I'm taking the Ravens team total under is too good of a bet. So
In hindsight, I could reverse what I said about the motivation. Be like, if Russell really has lost the locker room, the defense could try even harder. Seriously.
right.
All right, next game, big time game. Tennessee getting 5 in Philly. Totals 45.
Oh, it's 4.5 now. By the way, sorry, I don't mean it. I know you hate that, but I'm
Fucking
just
hate it, but
keeping it updated here.
okay.
so we know where the trend is.
Then go ahead and start.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and start. I will take. I'll take the Eagles.
Oh my God, twinsies!
-5.
No, just kidding. Crossfire.
Okay. Yeah. Even though the line's even better now, if you like Philadelphia, which I do, I might take them. We'll see where it gets by the time Sunday rolls around. May go back to 5 actually. Yeah. So I'm gonna take. Yeah. I like the Eagles.
That's
here,
not a
man.
confirmed crossfire. I'm still mulling it over.
That's fine. Nathan, you want to go while he's mulling?
Yeah, I absolutely will. The Titans haven't lost a game by more than 4 points
All right, it's not a crossfire.
Oh my
since
god!
the Buffalo game. That's the only time they've lost by more than 4 points. But the Eagles are 5-1 at home.
This is the week
against
Nathan
spread.
goes fucking.
Nathan's going the fuck off this week.
He's literally going undefeated this week.
Eagles.
You're taking the Eagles.
Eagles.
Crossfire him, please,
Eagles.
if you're gonna crossfire. I lost 2 crossfires last week. I can't afford it.
All right, I've lost all of my crossfires.
Yeah, Nathan, no fucking shit. You can afford it.
Scotty, what's your pick?
Oh fuck! You go first.
I called on you.
All right. Well, I'm going under.
That's what I was deciding between Tennessee and the under.
Yeah, I'm going under. The Titans haven't hit 40 combined
40
points in their games
45.
Okay.
since September 25th. Whatever week that was, they haven't reached 45
Week
between both
3.
teams that they've played. Week 3. So week 4 up until this week,
What?
the total hasn't gone over 45 in Titans games. Enough said.
I think it's pretty correlated. Like if you like the under, like Tennessee, and if you like the over, you like Philly. I see every Titans game as just a mud wrestling tournament.
This is a rushing attack. Both teams. So
Yeah. Looking at
The
me like
under
you
is a
want
good
to
play.
kill
No,
me.
no. Sorry. When I looked at you and giggled earlier, I hit the shift, so that's why I'm like, yeah.
All right, I'm on the under too.
Yeah.
Miami, San Fran. San Fran's favored by 4. The total's 46.5.
What did you take?
I'm going with the over.
Oh, okay.
The under in the Tennessee game.
Right. That's what I meant.
The over in the Miami San Fran game.
What do you have? What's the over?
46.5.
Okay, that's what
I like this mostly because I think it should be higher. But then, like, the 49ers defense has just been so good. And last week they shut out Andy Dalton in a kind of a misleading final score because the offense didn't play very well. But you look at the teams they've kind of stymied as of late. They held LA to 14. LA's dog shit.
Yep.
Good. They held the Chargers to 6. They held the Chargers to 16 without Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Kyler Murray to 10, and they shut out Andy Dalton. But before that 4-game win streak starts, they give up 44 to Mahomes.
Holy shit.
And now the number 1 player in QBR, Mahomes, puts up 44. Now I think the number 2 player in QBR, and Tua, does that as well. Maybe not 44, but I mean, I'll definitely take it. But also the Mike McDaniel factor might play. I think it plays into more of a, like, he knows what he's doing against the 49ers. Also, the Dolphins defense is just shit. It's secret shit because no one's talking about it. It's secret shit.
Well, that takes me into my pick.
The under?
Which is the 49ers team total under 24.5.
Oh, okay. At least you got a good number.
Right. Yeah, no, I like it right there at the key with the hook. I think that like you said, Dolphins defense is nothing that's going to blow your hair back or anything like that, but Jimmy Garoppolo
Dolphins defense is going to like suck the soul out of you.
Right. Yeah. I just think that even if the 49ers win, they could just have like a 21-10 win here. So, it kind of lends its way to the under. But if the Dolphins just come out and blow them apart, in the over hits because they win like 30-21 or some shit like that, at least I still get my team total under 24.5.
Nathan, can I interest you in the game under?
No, you cannot. 83% of the money through Tuesday was on the Dolphins. Fade the public. Give me San Francisco.
Ooh, it does seem high. The line, at least, with how hot Miami is. Maybe that's telling you something. I like the Dolphins maybe not having both starting tackles.
And they got to cross the country.
Yeah. Well, after they got up 30-0 to the Texans, they pulled Tua because he got sacked 4 times in 8 plays when their tackles got hurt. Armstead, from the Saints. All right, Nathan's taking the favorite at home. Scotty, what about you? Finish it off.
I could go into this big spiel about and get really passionate about how Tua hasn't lost a game this year in which he started and finished, and been like, you know what, and make this big thing, be like, I like Dolphins +4 and I like a money line. But
Pretty known.
you know, I'm gonna go with Shelby's pick and take the over 46.5.
Good pick.
Only because earlier in this week, Shelby just randomly, without context, dropped Miami, San Francisco plus over 46 this week. It's just like out of context, nothing around
Anytime
it. So
Shelby does that, you know it's a fucking lock.
It's a lock.
Just like a
lock.
Wednesday afternoon, he's like, I just did about a 50-page dissertation worth of research on this total for this one game in fucking, what is it, week 15, 14?
13.
13? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. What's our next game, buddy?
Okay. The Chiefs.
Those glasses are fucking killing me, dude.
I have blue light glasses just sitting on top of my nose like a fucking librarian. Chiefs are laying 2. I got an idea what to do next.
You really painted a visual.
Chiefs laying 2 in Cincinnati. Paycor Stadium. Totals 53.
We'll have to find another way for me to pay for my overdue book fees. What can I do to work this out?
Fucking spread
Pub
your
librarian, I'm stuck in a dryer.
You can put more clothes on, please.
Totals 53. All right, who's picking my least interested in? Nathan, start.
So Cincinnati averages the third most points in the first quarter.
I
Kansas
knew he
City
was going to
fifth.
say some
And
bullshit.
Cincinnati at
No, he's
home
gonna
averages
put first
13 points
quarter
per game in the second quarter. I love them to have the lead at the half here. I don't know how the game's going to finish. It's going to be close. So Cincinnati first half plus half a point.
Why doesn't he just put guys? Why doesn't he just take the first quarter like over for the Bengals? If that's the trend.
Yeah, you could do team total for halves. I've done it before.
No, quarters. Can't you do quarters?
I don't.
You could possibly
yeah,
do
probably.
team total for the quarter, but then you run the risk of like if they punt one time.
Yeah, or
You
it's
might be
like,
fucked.
or it's 3-0, and they're in the red zone about to score to go up 7-3, but they run out the first quarter
And the clock runs out,
Right,
and then
yeah.
no one gives a shit. Except for me, who
Right.
has like 3 of
Yeah,
them.
I've lost
It's
like-
like if I ever see Zack Taylor, I'm gonna kill him.
I've lost like 3 bets because the team's not hurrying up to the line as the first quarter clock's running out. Like, dude, hurry up!
It's a tale as old as
yeah,
time.
they're just walking to the sidelines like,
Go spike it,
and
Jesus!
Al Michaels just like, that'll do it. Quarter.
Here's a fucking annoying ass Taylor Swift commercial.
Whopper, Junior.
Oh my god!
And BK.
Scotty, your pick.
I'm taking Cincinnati +2. I think they have their number.
got the Bengals
I like Burrow against Mahomes. This is going to be a fun matchup. I hope. I mean, all of America is hoping that this is as fun of a matchup as it was both times last year. I mean, for the good of the sport and how shitty the season has been for the most part, this game is deserved to be good. So Cincinnati +2 at home. Jamar Chase back. Cincinnati's on a roll. I mean, this is give me that shit, bro. Like won 3 games without him.
Yeah, was he the problem?
Fucking
Streets are asking.
crossfire.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I have the over, by the way. I just want to have fun.
I bet the Chiefs. By the way, Shelby. So you can't
saw
say that.
And the Chiefs are
it's an
going to win
emotional hit.
3-6.
I cover. -2.
Right
Yeah,
at the over.
I love the Chiefs here. I think there's.
I took Bengals money line already.
Yeah, I think that
Just so you know, you piece of shit.
the only reason they beat them, you got them upside down. Come on, man.
I was waiting for you to look away
you
so I
son
could
of
put them
a
upside down.
Can't take my eyes off you. Why can't I quit you? So I think that the magic. Oh my god. The magic of I can't leave. The magic of the Bengals season last year was fantastic. It was historic. It was impressive. Give them their flowers. A great season. I think
It was
it's
also
clear.
kicked off by
I
the
think
Chiefs
it's
game.
clear to all of us, or most people now, that they are not. The Bengals are not as
Careful.
good.
Whoa.
Doing as good as they did last year. And I think the Chiefs are still just they don't even need Tyreek Hill. They are a fantastic team. And I don't see
They're like really good.
I think the reason that the Bengals are getting so much zhuzh here, this should probably be -3.5 or 4. But they're getting that JoJo Sewa because of how the 2 games went last year, and I think that's what gives this pick value.
I think it's Jamar Chase coming back because it opened to 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll bet down to 2.
So did your mom.
Okay. Moving on to the. This Sunday night game fucking sucks. This should have been flexed. Colts are 10.5-point dogs in Dallas. Total 44.5. I'm betting the Colts because they just kind of play close games. They took the Eagles down to the wire. Probably should have won. Maybe you'd make the argument they could have beaten the Steelers, but it was tight.
Is it in Indy?
Huh?
Is it in Indy?
Nope, it's in Dallas.
Oh God.
And I don't know. I hate the pick. That's why I'm making the pick 10.5. I don't know. You kind of have to take it a half point higher than a key number in 10. And maybe Dallas sleepwalks after. Who does Dallas have on the schedule next? Because they just played a division rival. That's a big win.
Well, I will get while you're looking that up. I will get my pick out of the way,
I'm looking
which
it
goes
up.
in with
They
yours.
have the Texans next, so that's a huge game. So I'm definitely betting the Colts. It's the Battle of Texas.
The battle for
Nathan.
Texas.
So remember the Alamo. Colts plus 10.5.
Yeah, I like
What team total do you have?
Cowboys 20 under 27.5.
Yeah, seriously.
So this is like I think the Browns do it, the Jets do it. I feel like the Steelers do it a lot. They'll pull you down into the muck with them. I say that a lot, but the way they call their game script and all of that, I think it lends me to the under. But I think there's a lot of 27.5. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's like almost 28 points.
I think it's getting a boost from them just murdering the Vikings 2 weeks ago. This past week, who they play Sunday night? The Giants.
Thanksgiving night.
Thanksgiving night they play the Giants. What was the final of that game?
28-20. Giants got in the back door at the very end.
Yeah.
Scotty.
Yes. I'm taking the under 44.5 here. Both defenses are good. They're both teams tight usually, except for when Dallas beat Minnesota by a fucking. Actually, the total in that game was 43 too. I think so. 44.5 under.
Nathan, you got a pick?
I almost changed it just because I didn't want to crossfire you, but give me Dallas. The Colts' run defense is atrocious. I think Dallas goes with a similar game script that they threw out against the Vikings, where Pollard, Zeke, they just run it straight down their throats. I think they kill them. They're 3-1 against the spread as home favorites. That loss was last week, the backdoor cover by the Giants. So
let it be known, Nathan told his wife that he was doing poorly in Boardwalk because we picked games that he would never bet on. 7 games. Not on Nathan's radar. All right.
You're fucked.
Bonus. I'll start with mine. We're going to Sin City. Careful.
Ooh.
Chargers, Raiders over 50.5. Love this.
My bonus
First of
is
all,
also this
how
game.
about this trend, Nathan?
My lock is this game.
Nathan, a team coming off back-to-back overtime games, that third game after back-to-back overtime
you
games,
fucking cunt.
the over is 8-0-2.
wow.
Defense is worn down.
Until this week.
Okay. That's your prerogative. Getting under a good number here, 50.5. Think it goes up.
Can I interest you in the total? No.
50.5. Scotty.
My bonus is going to be another over.
Okay.
Surprisingly, a divisional game over. Two teams I don't think are very good. One I know isn't very good in the Rams, and the Seahawks, who I think is gets by scoring a lot of points. That's the only way they can get by.
Well, that's
they
usually
have
how
an
teams
okay
get by.
defense.
It's like-
Scoring a lot of points. Thank you. Well, the over is only 41, so tell that to Vegas.
And that'll do it from LA, from SoFi. The game ends at 31-3.
I'll kill
Rams.
myself. Over 41.
Okay. Zach, bonus?
Yeah, my bonus is going to be the Chargers +1. Vegas.
God
fucking
damn it.
Sucks, dude. And
Now it's definitely not hitting
It's
as my
shift-
lock.
Is that your lock, Scotty?
That's my lock.
okay,
right.
yeah, it's shifted from, I think.
The favorites have swapped in this game.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow.
I think I shifted
get it.
from the team. I think the most underrated team I've gone from the Saints now to I think the Chargers. The Chargers are, I think, a lot better than their record says, and I think that's reflected in their spreads every week. They're called the Herbert effect.
They
Whatever
are
you
not
want.
a wise guy darling, as you would say. Vegas
No.
does not like the Chargers one bit.
No, and I think
know
that
why.
lends to giving them a good amount of value, in my opinion.
Okay, Here's also the thing, though, about the Raiders in this week. This is why it's my lock, so, that's why I'm giving justification here. The Raiders are coming off 2 overtime games. Not only 2 overtime games, but 2 overtime games in 2 different stadiums other than their home stadium. Mm-hmm. Now they're coming back. They're tired. Chargers are finding their groove. Maybe get some injuries back, but Keenan Allen looks like has already helped that offense immensely being back. I think the Chargers +1 might be my lock of the year.
Ooh, you game of the yearing it?
This might be my first game of the year.
Oh my God! Release your game of the year on Twitter.
I might.
Oh, love that! Love that for you.
Yeah.
Nathan, do you have a bonus?
I do.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
My bonus is Minnesota -3
You
over
son
the
of a
Jets.
fucking
I like it.
bitch.
I like it.
That's
roll with the better
that's
team here.
my lock.
White comes back down to earth. Kirk
You're
Cousins
fucked.
at 1
Yeah,
o'clock.
I know.
I like all of these things. Sign me up. Give me 3 points at home. Yep.
Fuck you, Nathan.
I like that pick.
Did you guys see those memes on Twitter that was just like Mike White and then Kirk Cousins at 1 p.m. and it's just like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning like, shaking hands at midfield.
That's good.
Love it.
All right, so we got locks out of the way with
What was your
Zack
lock?
and Scotty. I'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
Nathan, why don't you go ahead and finish your locks since you just did your bonus?
My lock is a team I hate, but Pittsburgh Pick'em against Atlanta. I see Pick'em. I've seen like
It's -1 right now.
-1.5 some places.
It's -1 right now.
All right, -1. You got it.
Yeah.
Yes, Pittsburgh Pick'em or -1.
Nope,
I
you're
guess
getting
right now.
-1.
So I get -1 because
Yep.
that's what Shelby sees on his book right
That's
now.
what I see it right
Great
now, too.
matchup for
Motherfucker
them.
pushing.
All Atlanta can do is run, and Pittsburgh has the 6th
you
ranked
imagine?
run defense. Mariota can't take advantage of Pittsburgh's poor secondary, so Pittsburgh's also hot.
This game ended 3-2. My lock is Houston, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson returns. We're going under the 47. The Texans, I think.
That's a great bet,
Yeah, it's a good pick.
actually. That's
Yeah,
such a good bet.
yeah. Go bet it now, guys, because you're betting on either Deshaun Watson lighting it up and pulling a Dolphins against the Texans and winning, cruising to a 30-10 win, or he's trying to shake the rust off after almost 2 years of not playing and a slow start. The Browns defense has to pick up the slack. All right, that's my under of the year. That's my total of the year.
Yeah.
Tweet it.
Fuck.
Got you, dude. I'll get my lock of the week of the century out of the way because it goes with that game. It's
You just have one because
Yeah.
you actually turned yours in last
Yep.
week, and
Yeah.
I picked the week I went 6-0 on teasers, so not do teasing things.
the Browns team total under 27.5. I don't think Deshaun Watson's going to be able to get 4 touchdowns out there. So yeah, I like that team total under. A lot of when I don't like the spread, I immediately go like the spread or the over under. I immediately go look at the team totals.
Team totals mentioned on this show have to be like 70% this year.
Yeah.
I swear to
Dude, honestly.
I swear to God. And no one's listening to this, but Scotty's 19 games over 500. I'm 18 games over 500. Zach's 14 games over 500, and Nathan's dog shit.
in no uncertain terms.
Sorry, Nathan.
All right, Nathan, what's your Piper's player props?
Hold on, let me get 2 T's and thank yous out of the
Oh,
way.
God.
Cleveland -1 paired with Giants +8.5 teaser leg of the year. Giants +8.5 teaser leg of
Tweet
the
it.
year. Seattle -1 paired with Baltimore -2.5. Those are my 2 T's and thank yous. Piper's player props, you got 2, Nathan. And spoiler alert, he said they are not from the AFC North.
Yeah, big change here.
Get the odds on that?
So my
I
first
wish.
one is Cortland Sutton. His under 67.5 receiving yards. He's been over
better
that
be
2 straight
fucking
weeks.
careful.
However, regression from a dead team. So
Under what?
Are you
67
fucking kidding me?
I think he's going to be under this week.
Okay.
And then my second one is A.J. Brown over 74.5 receiving
Revenge.
yards.
Scotty
Huge-
needs it.
Huge revenge game. He's not hit
what do I
this
need?
total, this amount of
A.J.
yards
Brown's
since
over.
week 8's monster.
I don't
3
need it.
touchdown
Is he
day.
on your fantasy
However, huge day
I traded him.
this week.
Add that to my card. Maybe with an anytime touchdown. Revenge. All right, we have 2 Scotty's Party Parlay still searching for its first win. And if you could give them names, Scotty, that would be delightful.
Okay, I'll do the my podcast. We're all in it together podcast because I took my favorites from everyone's fucking pick. So
Ooh.
if I'm wrong, you guys are wrong.
So Nathan, he said it was we're all in this together parlay, where he took the favorite bet from all of our cards. So that's nice. All right, what is it?
It's not from all of our cards. It's just for like in general.
Okay.
From what was picked today.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Vikings minus 160 money line.
Okay, so a pick none of us had.
Right.
Well, if they're going to hit their money line, they're going to hit -3.
Giants money line. The only thing that wasn't included. Giants money line.
Okay.
Plus 115. Got to
Giants
put value
money
in
line.
it somewhere.
Plus 108.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the under in the Browns Texans game.
Oh my God! I made it on here.
You did. I'm taking the over in the Dolphins Niners game.
I made it on here.
I'm taking the Chargers plus 1.
I was gonna say it'd be so funny if your game of the year wasn't in it.
Plus 2279.
That would get you pretty damn close to even.
And he's got one more.
I got one more. I have to create it still, so you guys go with your lock of the century. And
Already did mine.
We literally, this is the last thing
this
the
is all we
podcast
got, dude.
has.
No
Let's
pressure.
talk about the game tonight. Give Scotty a
Hey,
few
did you
minutes.
see Josh Allen wearing a Ryan Fitzpatrick jersey in
It was
warm-ups?
a Stephon Diggs jersey.
It said Fitzpatrick on the
dildo.
back. It said Fitzpatrick on the
I'm
back. I
fucking
just
with
saw
you.
it.
I'm just fucking with you. Jesus H. Christ.
Trying to gaslight me, trying to tell me that I didn't see what I saw.
Let's
I know what I saw.
recreate that Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen Thanksgiving thing where I'm obviously Josh Allen because I'm white.
I'm
You're
ready.
Stephon Diggs.
Because I'm
Fat.
what? You're obviously Josh Allen because he definitely dips.
I don't dip.
Sorry,
on
it
Thursdays.
took me a little bit. I was actually betting the first part.
Okay.
Because I like it that much.
On Ash Wednesday.
Because it's always gone well. This one is the Let's Have Fun parlay, and you know it's all just going to be overs. We're keeping the same over, the Dolphins-Niners, over
this is
46.
dick.
Always,
and a half.
always smart to include the same thing in both parlays.
All right, it's out. It's out.
All right, it's out.
It's not. I'm not doing it
46
anymore.
and a half.
I'm going Steelers-Falcons over 42.
Okay.
That's the first leg. Remember, the other one was out. Going Jets-Vikings, two Hall of Fame
take the
quarterbacks.
49ers total out?
Yeah, it's out.
You said the Giants over?
Jets, Vikings.
Jets, Vikings.
Jets.
And then what was the next one?
God, wrong New York team. Steelers-Falcons,
Yeah. I knew you were
What was
Seahawks-Rams.
He has okay, so he has Steelers, Falcons, Jets, Vikings over
what's the Jets, Vikings over?
44 and a half.
Okay.
What was the third one?
Seahawks-Rams over 41.
Okay.
And then the Chiefs-Bengals over 53.
Let's have fun.
Plus
Let's
12,
just
24.
have a good time watching football.
Plus 12-24.
That is correct.
All right. I don't know about an over
Give me
that
halfway there.
includes Bryce Perkins, but I'm riding. Let's go.
That's right.
All right. Zach, is that our show?
Hey, that's our show, buddy.
Let's do it. TNF on deck. Bills Pats. Over 44.
Bills spread.
Here we go. There's a little place where the sun sleeps late and pulls himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island. That's where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave, where the dolphins and whales are mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Pleasure Island, island of pleasure. No need to stop and think. Pleasure Island, a beautiful treasure.